The Sea of Galilee may look like just another lake, but for thousands of years, it's been at the center of history, faith, and survival. From biblical miracles to ancient battle and modern struggles over water, this small body of water has shaped civilizations far beyond its shores. What is the Sea of Galilee, and why does this little lake matter? The Sea of Galilee is small, only about 13 miles long and 8 miles wide. At first glance, it might seem like just another lake. But this body of water has played a role in shaping history far larger than its size suggests. Known by different names throughout time, Lake Kinneret in Hebrew, Lake Tiberias in Greek and Roman sources, and Buhayrat Tabariya in Arabic, the Sea of Galilee has been at the heart of ancient faith, fierce battles, and modern struggles over survival. From its natural geography and ancient settlements to its role in Jewish and Christian tradition, its place in empires and conflicts, and its continued importance today. The Sea of Galilee lies in northern Israel, nestled in the Jordan Rift Valley. Its waters are fed primarily by the Jordan River, which flows in from the north and out to the south, eventually reaching the Dead Sea. Despite its name, this is not a sea at all. It's a freshwater lake, the largest in Israel. The name sea likely came from biblical translations and the lake's significance, which gave it a stature greater than its size. The lake sits at about 700 feet below sea level, making it one of the lowest freshwater lakes in the world. Its surrounding landscape is dramatic: steep hills on the east, fertile plains on the west, and the Golan Heights rising nearby. This geography made it an oasis for settlement. Ancient peoples saw its fertile shores as perfect for farming and fishing. The volcanic soil and steady water supply allowed crops like wheat, barley, grapes, and olives to thrive. Add to this the abundance of fish in its waters, and the Sea of Galilee became a magnet for human life and culture. The Sea of Galilee is perhaps most famous for its role in the New Testament. For Christians, it is the stage for some of Jesus' most well-known miracles and teachings. It was along these shores that Jesus called his first disciples, many of them fishermen: Peter, Andrew, James, and John. In villages like Capernaum and Bethsaida, he healed the sick and preached to crowds. The lake itself is central to several miracle stories. Jesus is said to have walked on the water of the Sea of Galilee, calmed a storm that terrified his disciples, and fed thousands of people with just a few loaves and fish. For Christians, the Sea of Galilee symbolizes faith, transformation, and the power of the divine in everyday life. Pilgrims still come here today to see the places mentioned in the Gospels. But it's not only the New Testament that mentions this body of water. The Hebrew Bible, or Old Testament, refers to it by other names. In the book of Numbers and Joshua, it appears as the Sea of Kinneret. The name comes from the Hebrew word for lyre, because the lake's shape was thought to resemble the musical instrument. The Sea of Galilee's shores were dotted with thriving towns and villages in antiquity. Capernaum, a fishing village that became a central hub for Jesus' ministry. Archaeological remains reveal basalt houses and a later synagogue. Magdala, known as the hometown of Mary Magdalene, this city was famous for its fish salting industry. Excavations have uncovered a synagogue dating to the 1st century. Tiberias, founded in the 1st century by Herod Antipas and named after the Roman Emperor Tiberius. Though avoided by Jews at first because it was built over a cemetery, it later became one of Judaism's most important centers of learning. Fishing was the lifeblood of these communities. Nets were cast from small wooden boats, many of which would have looked much like the Jesus boat discovered in 1986 during a drought, preserved in the mud of the lake. This ancient vessel, dating to the 1st century, provides a tangible link to the world of the Gospels. The Sea of Galilee was not only a place of faith, but also of conflict. During the Hellenistic Sea and Roman periods, the lake was an economic and strategic asset. Whoever controlled its waters and fertile lands had power. The Jewish historian Josephus, writing in the 1st century, describes naval battles fought on the lake during the Jewish revolt against Rome. Fishermen's boats were turned into warships. Roman forces crushed the rebellion brutally, leaving the lake's waters red with blood. In later centuries, the Crusaders passed through this region on their way to Jerusalem. Control of Galilee shifted between Christian and Muslim rulers, adding new layers of cultural and religious identity to the Sea of Galilee's story. After the destruction of Jerusalem and its temple in 70 CE, Jewish life shifted northward. The city of Tiberias on the western shore of the lake became a new spiritual center. Here, scholars compiled the Jerusalem Talmud, one of the most important works of rabbinic Judaism. Synagogues flourished in the Galilee region, many decorated with intricate mosaics that combined Jewish symbols with Greco-Roman artistic styles. This makes the Sea of Galilee a sacred place, not only in Christianity, but also in Judaism. It became a refuge, a center of learning, and a symbol of resilience after catastrophe. For centuries, the Sea of Galilee supported life with its fish and fertile fields. Fishing techniques were passed down generations. Salted fish from Magdala were exported throughout the Roman world. The fertile valleys produced olives, grapes, and wheat. The lake also sat at the crossroads of trade routes linking the Mediterranean to the inland cities of the Levant. This made it not just a religious hub, but an economic one. The daily rhythms of life, fishing at dawn, tending fields, transporting goods, are reflected in parables and stories in the Bible, grounding spiritual teachings in everyday labor. The Sea of Galilee's importance did not end in antiquity. In the modern era, it has been both a symbol and a resource. For Israel, the lake became crucial as a freshwater reservoir. For decades, the national water carrier pumped water from the Sea of Galilee to supply much of the country. This made it a point of tension in regional politics. Control over the lake and its sources contributed to conflicts with Syria and other neighbors. During the 20th century, the Sea of Galilee was also a front line in the Arab-Israeli wars. The Golan Heights, overlooking the eastern shore, became especially strategic. In recent decades, the lake has faced environmental challenges, from droughts to overuse of water. Desalination plants along the Mediterranean now supply much of Israel's water, but the Sea of Galilee remains a backup reservoir and a national symbol. At the same time, the lake is a major site of tourism. Pilgrims from around the world come to walk where Jesus walked, see ancient ruins, and even take boat rides that recreate the experience of the biblical disciples. Local towns have grown around this tourism, blending ancient history with modern life. Why does the Sea of Galilee matter? Beyond its physical role, it has become a powerful symbol. For Christians, it represents faith tested and restored. For Jews, it holds memories of survival and renewal after the loss of Jerusalem. For Israel, it stands as a source of life, water, and national identity. For historians, it is a microcosm of the ancient world, a small place with outsized influence. The Sea of Galilee is proof that geography and faith can intersect to create a legacy far greater than its shoreline. The Sea of Galilee is not just a lake. It is a mirror of history reflecting the lives, hopes, and struggles of countless generations. From ancient fishermen casting nets to pilgrims seeking meaning, from battles for control to prayers for peace, this small body of water has shaped the world. And that's why the Sea of Galilee matters, not because of its size, but because of the stories it carries, stories that still ripple across time. So the next time you hear the name Sea of Galilee, remember, it's not just about the water, but the stories it continues to tell. Like and subscribe for more travel history adventures.